Hello and welcome to week 7, which will be gamification and gamified learning, which happens to be my personal favorite. I have not been able to get to your guys' gallery walks yet. I apologize, but between my kids being sick and getting me sick, I just have not had the time yet this week. Great work on your Four Corners activities. I will also get to listening to all of those later, but it was interesting looking at how we all landed on those. If you want to go back and look at it, you should be able to use the same link to get to it. This week, we're going to focus on fun and games. So what I want you to do is click on the link that'll be in the week 7 form, which will take you to a Wakelet. I just want you to add posts on here. So we're going to add them about games you have or would like to use in the classroom. So I posted one here, Power Grid. Notice I put my name on it. Power Grid is a economic simulator that is also a lot of fun to play. I would say that you don't realize that it could be used to teach economics until you stop and think about it, because it's actually just a really fun game in and of itself. And that's why I like to use it. So last week's centering activity, you can click here, it'll take you to it. Great job. Good job responding to each other for assignment 2. I have been peeking and seeing the responses, even though I haven't taken the time to fully go through them and grade them yet. This week, we got 2 things. We got game-based learning, which is taking existing games or just playing games and using them as part of instruction. And we have gamification, which is creating games and taking the entire learning process and making that into a game. So you already have the content, and you then use games to help motivate and engage your learners. So like think of playing Jeopardy in class. That is gamification, because you're doing a review, but you're doing it in the version of a game. This week you have weekly readings. We have discussion boards, which I'm going to go to because they are a little different. So this first one, have you leveraged gamification or gamified learning in your practice? If so, how? And if it has been with Kahoot or a Kahoot-like tool, what has been your experience so far? I am sorry, the verbiage on this is very bad. What has kept you from doing something different? Which of this week's readings affirmed or inspired you? Please share hyperlinks and explain. And for this one, please respond to at least one cohort member. Number 2, either, ignore these links, either in your learning team or at least in pairs, solve a digital breakout. Click that link, pick one of these to do. You can also just do it yourself. But if you do it yourself, create a new one to use in your instruction or professional setting. Reflect on how the breakout went for you. How might a breakout, either digital or physical, be beneficial or applicable in your professional setting? And respond to the post of your learning team as appropriate. There are not required responses to this one. If you do this option, there is required that you go back to 2 other cohort members. 7.3 is a bit of a reflection because this is the last week of, I'm going to double check before I say this. Yes, this is the last week of discussion boards for the year. So we're reflecting on the past 7 weeks, the articles, conversation, learning activities, discussions, and assignments. Post one original response thread that includes your reflections on both of the following bullet points. What is one new practice that you are going to bring into your teaching or professional position as a result of our course, and what is your goal with its incorporation? And 2, what is one other thing you most enjoyed learning about or exploring throughout a course? What was especially interesting or enjoyable about it? For this, please post at least one reply to a cohort member. And as always, more replies would be greatly enjoyed. It's kind of a celebration of the end of discussion boards, and all we have for week 8 is one of the 2 assignments. So we have Twitter chats, which is again now X chats. This week's discussion board is a breakout. Discussion board 2. All right. So we got X chats or the AI assignment. For the AI assignment, I have posted a link to the rubric. Where the heck did it go? Right here. So when you look at week 7, the rubric, if you're choosing AI, will be right there. It is a little different than the rubric for the X chats. And do note that while some synthesis is required, it is not a full-blown paper for this option. Pat had that question come up. And please, 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 please remember to do the course eval when it comes to you via email. Either of your options for assignment 3 is due Wednesday of week 8. So I look forward to seeing those. I will hopefully be able to get through the vast majority of the gallery walks. I'm hoping by Tuesday of this week. So have a great week. Reach out if you need anything.